How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Hey everybody! That's the kill bill sound.
It is the kill bill sound.
So this is my episode of Podcaster's Choice, and it's all Andy episode.
It is an all Andy.
All Andy. It doesn't. Isn't it weird how it kind of like happens naturally a little bit?
A little bit.
Did what?
It was you.
Did we do yours yet?
No.
He might get shot today.
He might get shot today. And that's what we're talking about. Roulette, and the main attraction is all Andy all the time.
I've got the Russian Roulette, and I've got the main attraction.
And you've got Hep C.
Mm-hmm. I got it all.
He has...
Shouldn't have got that tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Human...
papillomavirus.
Parts.
Human
it's because
I
ate that pussy.
Wow.
Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Yeah. Catherine ate it.
Oh, we just watched Chicago the other night, and I made eating her pussy joke.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was though.
Lip shits.
I wish.
Hey, if you're gonna get that pussy, you might want to grab some cellophane.
Squish.
Because of the disease.
Yeah, no, it's like a makeshift dental dam.
Yeah.
Remember when people talked about those back in the late 70s?
Do you remember Booty Call when he went to get some saran wrap from the convenience store?
You know who somehow missed seeing
God,
Booty Call?
Booty Call.
Did you not see Booty Call?
I've never seen it.
Which one? You should choose that.
I've always enjoyed the cover.
It's a great
of the
film.
DVD.
Which one's Booty Call?
It's
Spike Lee?
No, Jamie Foxx and Bill Bellamy, right?
Yeah, it was.
For some reason, I thought
Spike Lee was Girl 6, wasn't it?
Did he do Girl 6?
I thought he did Girl 6.
But Booty Call is probably not a director that you're going to be like, oh my God, he did that.
What?
Jeff Pollock.
Oh, yeah, Jeff Pollock.
He's directed
the less successful younger brother of
Kevin.
Of Kevin, thank you.
Right, he was a writer for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mm-hmm.
But other than this, he did do Above the Rim, which was kind of a successful movie.
Booty Call, Above the Rim.
Yeah.
Booty Call 2. Just the Rim.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Jeff Pollock. He was only 54.
Wow.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, that's sad.
He's booty calling the angels right now. You want me to introduce everybody?
Sure.
I don't know if we still did that.
The angels.
There's some called Booty and the Beast.
Okay.
Oh, for sure there is. At least one.
Starring Chuck Zito and Myra
Chuck
Veronica
Zito Jones.
the Beauty. Chuck Zito.
Will you let Andy do his job?
I'm going to introduce our version of the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad.
Oh, dear.
It's going to be the Irritable Bowel Poopy Squad.
The Irritable Bowel Poopy
We've got
Squad.
Jalapeno Kelley.
I should have been
Brown Lightning.
dark and sticky.
We've got Cheesy Freddy.
Cheesy. I'm the cheesiest.
That's what he says right before you die.
Yeah.
And we've got Greasy Amy.
Oh.
That
She takes out your gallbladder.
Grease guts.
I have such a fear of having gallbladder issues. That means I can't have spicy foods.
I thought you were going to say clowns. Fear of clowns.
That too.
And since I'm the leader, I'm just Andy.
Oh.
I'm the Bill.
Mr. Fantastic.
You're handy, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
They were like a deadly Charlie's Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you deadly by our gas, the smell of it.
Yeah.
So if Mikey had been here, what would he have been?
Green apple splatters.
Something with I know he hates sour cream.
Oh, yeah.
Sour Mike.
Sour Mike.
Sour Mike. That just sounds like a Goomba.
White stuff.
Like he's like a low-level thug. Hey, Sour Mike, did you drop off that stuff?
Well, if it isn't Mikey hates white stuff. Mikey hates white stuff.
But he loves Life cereal.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Mikey hates white stuff. Did you know he hates white stuff?
That's why he's Sour Cream Mike.
Yeah.
So I named us the Irritable Bowel Poopy Squad because last week I was on the show because I have acid reflux and just general gut problems.
Yeah.
Because I just turned 39, guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all caught up with you?
Yeah. It's Andy's birthday this week.
My body's breaking
Andy.
down.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you. And thank you for everybody who wished me happy birthday and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so last week I had to go to the doctor for the first time in ages.
Turns out you can't eat like an asshole forever.
Right? I can't eat assholes either.
Oh, that'll do it.
There are so rich.
So I'm at the age now where I have to keep a food journal and watch what I eat. And that just really depresses me.
Grandpa
I feel your
Andy.
pain, Andy.
Yeah.
It's a real bummer.
I'm supposed to
having to think about what you eat
because of my migraines, but I don't. Listener, any one of you ever done an elimination diet? Because that just seems like hell.
Everything I eat is eventually eliminated.
Should be.
Call it my diet.
Except for chewing gum. 7 years.
Well, last week.
And Cheetos.
Yeah.
Well, last week we before the show we all had Mexican and I couldn't eat it.
Yeah.
I took my stuff home, and I had it for lunch the next day, and that was a real bad idea.
Oh no! What if it's one of the things you can't have?
Oh God, I'd rather.
Oh, that's awful.
Well, is it just a certain restaurant that I can't? I gotta go to each restaurant and try everything there and find out which Mexican restaurant makes me. You know,
it actually sounds like a fun quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, think about what is the one food that if somebody told you can't have it because it causes, like, for me, migraines, I would still eat it. Like, I still drink, and it causes migraines. But, like, if somebody told me I had to give up cheese.
Well, I'm not supposed to ever have candy, but I eat that.
Yeah.
We all make choices.
I go through things, like, for a while I'll be okay, but it's hard for me not to eat pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, I eat pizza.
Pizza's pretty good.
Like, nonstop.
Yeah. Have you had cauliflower crust?
I have, and I do like it.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Are you like, I don't miss regular crust at all? Or are you like, I can fool myself into thinking that this is crust?
Crust isn't super important to me. Like, I've said this multiple times. I actually really now prefer gluten-free crust, not because of its gluten-freeness. Yeah. I just like that it's chewy and thin. Because I think a crispy, thin crust, it tastes like pizza on a cracker, and I don't like that.
Pizza on a cracker.
And then I think, like, traditional crust, it's like a thick end crust, but floppy support for the pizza toppings, and I don't like that.
Yeah, but cauliflower crust is good.
Yeah.
I laughed at someone who offered it to me as recently as 2 months ago.
In fact, it wasn't.
That's kind of rude.
It was only
You're with me.
Pizza.
You laughed in their face.
Remember that server who was like, "You want to try our cauliflower crust?" And I was like, "Fuck no."
Where was that at?
The California Pizza Kitchen.
Oh, we might have to add them to the list.
Yeah.
The person it wasn't technically pizza, but our listener and Beelzebub Cassie made us a really delicious cauliflower crust, like garlic cheese bread thing, and it was really good. And I couldn't tell the difference.
Anybody ever make a cream pie with cauliflower crust? Like chocolate cream pie?
Oh, I make cream pies all the time.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know you could make a cream pie.
I can.
Yeah? What's the secret of a good cream pie, Kelley?
Is this the content, listeners, that you've come to expect?
It's really getting it in there.
Really getting it?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
That is a horrible search term on Pornhub. Cauliflower cream pie?
Cauliflower cream pie.
Blue waffle.
It would be.
Yeah.
Did you know that was a hoax?
Blue waffle's not real?
Yeah, doesn't it make you feel better?
Oh,
I heard.
It should make you feel better it should make you feel much better about the world. I was genuinely pleased to read that.
I've seen some gross shit though that it doesn't take it away.
Yeah, speaking of gross shit, I had the
Please don't.
I had the Mexican.
I don't care that this is your episode.
Yeah. I literally shit my pants last week.
Yeah, you texted me.
Oh my
you're
Christ.
Like, I had to run to the toilet, didn't make it, and then there was like an emoji of like, it was like a frowny face,
like brown raindrops.
Yeah. Chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain.
Well, I already opened the door, so I'm going to tell what happened.
Oh my gosh.
You got to. You have to. This is catharsis.
You know what?
Well, the problem was I didn't pull my pants down, like with my butt facing the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
He was facing the ceiling.
No,
I was everywhere like Johnny Depp.
Like I was facing the toilet, so I had to pull my pants down and turned around. That was the problem. I should have turned around and then.
Were you like one of those little water bug? Remember those things on the lawn?
And whipped around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sprinkler.
Yeah,
yeah. Those were fun.
When you spun around, was it just like that,
so
but chocolatey?
That's basically what happened. I pulled my pants down, then I spun around.
You spin.
Nope.
Just flung shit everywhere.
Yeah, so there was some cleanup.
Yeah, and it got on the seat, so I had to sit in shit.
You remember that?
Sit in shit.
Do you remember that book, Brown Spots on the Wall by Who Flung Poo?
I do remember that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's my nom de plume.
I'll tell you, at work,
because I actually did shit the wall.
A few months ago, these new people moved in. Another business moved into our building. Yeah. And the situation in the ladies' bathroom
that is none of your business.
Has really gone downhill since. Like, so much so that I'm thinking of talking to HR. Like, they got problems. There's toilet paper all over the floor all the time.
What's it smell like?
Like, somebody is constantly shitting. What is going on, ladies?
Is it a hostile squirt environment?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
That's what I'm going to tell HR.
Be like, my husband they just keep shitting. It smells. It's loud.
It's just dirty all the time.
Yeah. It sounds like they hired a bunch of ruffians.
They did.
Ne'er-do-wells.
Very much so.
They're the ones that leave toilet paper on the floor.
Sometimes I just want to go into the men's room. Just for some peace and quiet.
Hold the phone. Ladies shit?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Let me tell you something about a ladies' bathroom.
Yeah.
It's far more disgusting. Like, just from my experience cleaning bathrooms.
Yeah.
Way, way back at the Kroger.
Yeah.
The ladies' room always had a horrible.
It was full of horror.
I was caught between saying horrific and horrible, and it came into that. It was a bad smell. And it was dirty, dirty, dirty.
People who are extra careful, who are germophobic.
Oh, they make the biggest fucking mess.
Yeah, they make the most disgusting mess.
How dare you leave your fucking lining that you've put down and then pissed all over the seat.
That's been against your bottom.
The nesters.
Ladies, I don't want to try. I'm not saying anything about you. I'm just
sit
saying
on the goddamn seat, you weirdos.
You don't do the hover?
Of course not. I ain't got time to hover.
That's how piss gets everywhere.
Ask me how often I'm sick. I'm not. It's you people that are like, won't touch anything but will shit and piss all over everywhere.
Yeah.
You're the ones who are sick.
You're sick.
I have a problem.
Not you.
I know.
I'm agreeing with you.
I agree with me too.
Yeah.
Ladies.
I remember when the boys were younger.
Ladies.
Your boys, Kelly, are over here.
They had some aim problems.
Yeah, but I told them, I came out of the bathroom after one and I said, hey, if John Wilkes Booth had your aim, Abe Lincoln'd still be alive. And they looked at me like, what?
Yeah, they had no idea what you were saying.
And then I was like, you pissed everywhere. And then they were like, what? I was like, you didn't, you got piss everywhere. And I sympathize. Every once in a while, it still happens where I lose control of this fire hose,
especially in the morning, man.
Yeah,
yes,
you get a hair across that hole.
Yeah, and then it's spraying off into the bathtub.
You don't know.
Yeah, a literal hair.
Yeah, you get like a little pube that like gets.
You never had that problem, Andy? It goes across the urethra,
across the pee hole.
Is that what it is?
He's not.
I just shaved mine.
I'm baby smooth down there.
Baby smooth.
I'm like Bryan Singer's Wet Dream.
Mm-hmm. He's like a bad baby down there.
Bad baby, how about
catch my dick outside?
Bad baby. Did you say it's BAHBIE?
Yeah.
Bad Bobby.
But she's like a lamb.
Yeah, Bobby.
We were just discussing the Catch Me Outside girl,
which is my favorite meme. I thought Ermagerd was my favorite. Maybe it is. Never mind. I was going to try and say that Habada
combine them.
Overtook it.
Catch Me Outside.
Kirchmer Urchard Herberder Ermagerd.
I like to think we're the only ones still talking about her.
No, I mean she's got.
Is she still a thing?
Yeah, I mean, she's making albums and shit.
Somebody on Reddit the other day was like, "What's your favorite dead meme, or what meme should come back?" And I was so tempted to write "How about but I don't want to be an old man.
Can a meme die?
I like memes is a huge thing.
The dancing baby from Ally McBeal should come back. Ooka chaka, ooka ooka, taking it back from Guardians of the Galaxy.
As you should.
Yeah.
I just wanted to real quick.
Yeah.
I texted my son earlier, my older son Colin, who goes to college.
His aim is just fine now.
I guess. I don't know.
We don't really know that. We can't confirm.
True.
But I texted him that Todd Rundgren, who I like to call Dolph Lundgren, is coming to Kent. He loves him.
Yeah.
And he just said, sick.
He didn't say noise.
Todd Rundgren.
Noise.
Todd Rundgren? That's sick.
Isn't that Liv Tyler's real dad?
Is that true?
No, I think Dolph Lundgren is.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I know Steven Tyler's not a real dad, right?
What?
I don't think that's true, Andy.
Who'd
I think
you
he's
hear
a
that
real
from?
dad.
Is it?
I think Elrond is her real dad.
L. Ron Hubbard?
I thought she grew
Elrond
up believing that was
half-elf.
her real dad.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Of Rivendell.
Sirs. Yeah, so cool. Do you guys have any thoughts about the Oscar noms?
I didn't even see him.
Black Panther nominated for Best Picture.
Yay, good
Is
for
it?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Which is, I
We
mean,
got
like,
Get Out last year.
yeah.
You get Black Panther this year. Maybe the
The
Oscars
John-
are a little cool. I know people are pissed off about Hereditary, but
Because
Yeah.
it didn't get anything.
you can't have everything, people.
To have genre movies, and then on top of that, genre movies with minority cast and creators,
Yeah.
that's like huge.
Well, here's the thing. Nobody cares about the Oscars until the movie that you like doesn't get nominated.
Oh, I still don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then you're mad.
I just think it's big news.
So here's the other big news. Oh, go ahead, Kelly. I'm
I
so
was just
sorry.
going to say, it's funny. I used to love the Oscars, and then within the last 5 years or so, I just find it tedious. I used
hate
to
award shows.
love watching the Oscars. I normally do,
Yeah.
but I loved the Oscars.
I used to love watching award shows though because I was like, oh, I can watch the best clips
yeah,
from whatever it is, and then I can make a decision if I really want to see the English Patient.
but now
not.
they're super annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway, please continue.
So in the animated feature, it's always kind of a foregone conclusion that whatever Disney or Pixar movie came out, that's going to win.
Spider-Verse.
But Spider-Verse was
is winning,
nominated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, whoa, which was better, Ralph Breaks the Internet or Spider-Verse? Well, Spider-Verse was better.
Cinema purists are probably having a fucking conniption fit over some of these nominations.
Mm-hmm. They're like, I can't believe
This is what I was concerned about the whole time.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
That is not film.
So who's seen?
I wish you could
any
see my
of-
face, guys.
Who's seen any of the Best Picture nominees? I've seen Black
Oh,
Panther.
I've seen Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
No.
I
Yeah.
saw that one.
Was that a Best
I
Picture
think
nom?
so, right?
Some controversy over
Oh.
Bryan Singer.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, well, because
Because
he's
he's a
fuck little
creep.
boys. Yeah.
He's a goddamn creep. Let's stop.
Yeah.
I
I was kind of hoping when we saw it. Remember, Andy, we were talking about that. I was kind of hoping that they would have taken his name off of it.
was his name still on the credits?
Excuse me, Amber.
Yeah, I mean, he got a Golden Globe.
Yeah.
Yee. I'm pulling my collar right
Yeah,
now.
I actually think they can't.
Yee.
I think because the Directors Guild, I don't think they can take his name off.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too
So
bad.
There's
All
Black
the other
Panther,
people.
Black Klansman.
I saw that. That was really good.
Yeah. Bohemian Rhapsody. So you saw that, Andy. The Favorite.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Green
What?
Book.
I never heard of The
Mm-mm.
Favorite.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it's about.
not my
Roma, which is a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Aroma.
A Star is Born.
Roma.
Uh-huh.
Roma.
Did you see that, Freddie?
No.
Speaking of,
And Vice.
oh, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I want to see
That
that.
looks like a lot of fun.
Colin saw it again. My
Yeah.
oldest son, he really liked it.
I heard Green Book was great, but then all this controversy started because the family.
One of the writers, too, apparently had some
He's
some
a
racist
Trump-
shit to
He's
say.
he's a Trump.
Oh, really?
He's a Trump fan.
Really?
He also claimed he saw Muslims cheering on 9/11,
Oh,
which is yeah, it's
that's
How
too
does
bad.
he know they weren't watching some kind of sporting event?
That's right.
true.
The 9/11 Cup.
That morning,
They didn't know.
yeah.
What a horrible coincidence.
Yeah.
So anyway, the Oscars, fun. I don't care who's gonna host. Oh, you guys,
Are
I
they
meant
going?
to tell you,
Yeah.
Is it you?
it's gonna be me.
Oh,
Hey.
Weren't they talking about going hostless?
And pantsless.
Did you
Can
say
you do that?
Did you say hostess?
Yeah, Twinkie the Kid's hosting.
Oh, it's so delicious.
Yeah, he's got his lasso and his cowboy hat.
Now, Amy,
and
do you
his-
have any skeletons in your closet that would disqualify you from hosting?
So many.
Uh-oh.
I think we all do.
So many.
Yeah, does anyone not have a skeleton?
My skeletons are fierce. They're deep in the closet.
They kick your ass.
I guess after all this poop talk that we can't host
No.
the Oscars. Right?
Definitely. Or does it make us more relatable?
Yeah, I don't think that's a problem.
We're relatable.
I mean, if ACO can be out there on Twitch streams playing Donkey Kong Jr. for trans rights, I could talk about my shit problems and be cool too.
You're so hip, calling her ACO.
ACO.
What's ACO?
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. It's AOC. I said it backwards.
California.
I still wouldn't have understood.
That's what I think about every time
Neither.
you say AOC.
So, I mean, I know who she is, but
Yeah, she's a
she's playing
representative from New
Donkey
York.
Kong Jr.
She was on a Twitch stream for they were raising money.
Was it the original
awareness.
arcade Donkey Kong Jr.?
I don't know.
I loved that game.
He had a ball cap.
Yeah, do you remember like
The monkey.
when you'd climb the vines? My favorite part is when you'd have both vines, you'd climb them at the same time.
You're saying he's not a monkey, he's an ape.
Yeah, he's like a chimpanzee, which is weird because isn't he supposed to be related to
Donkey Kong.
to Donkey Kong, who is a gorilla, right?
One would assume he's the son. Well, they're apes. I think they're apes
Are
of
they generic
indeterminate
apes?
origin.
Oh yeah, I don't believe they exist.
Rodents. Of unusual
They're apes of unusual size.
So that's cool.
It's a Wednesday night show.
It's a Wednesday night show because we had our snow over the weekend, and then Kelly had some rumblies and his bumblies that he had to deal with.
I just felt horrible. But
You're better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He had to deal with his old man hangover.
Yeah, I just overdid it.
Is that all it was? Is like your body just can't process that stuff?
I don't know, man. I just I felt so garbage, and I didn't sleep, and then I didn't sleep again. And but then the next day I did, and I was good.
All right, there you go. It's gonna be okay eventually.
I've been tracking all my food.
Yep, we already talked about that part.
And I don't know if you guys know this or not.
That's how old we are. We forgot that we talked about it.
If you're interested, you can access Andy's and Freddie's food diaries via patreon.com/NOTLP. He's going to start posting them there. Just kidding.
No.
We would lose subscribers. But again, remember patreon.com/NOTLP.
I eat a lot of Greek yogurt.
Support.
Somewhere there's a completist that would absolutely sign up for that.
I'm sure.
They would hate themselves for it.
Freddie
but they
will
would
be
do
your
it.
friend on MyFitnessPal, and he'll send you his diary or whatever.
I'm on MyFitnessPal. We could do that.
Oh, yeah.
You guys pals?
Andy,
are you on there? Do you want to be pals?
I'm tracking all my macro and
my gal
micronutrients and all that shit.
I accidentally paid for a year of premium.
I have premium too.
Did you accidentally pay for it?
No, I did it on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
Because I wanted to make sure I had really solid reporting from a doctor so he doesn't put me on meals.
Salad reporting?
Let me tell
Salad
you.
reporting, yep.
The excitement in my life every day with this man.
It is exciting.
Life is a highway.
I want to
He's tracking stuff.
So here,
like a ranger.
All right, we need to move on. What do you
not
got?
only am I tracking stuff like a ranger, patreon.com/NOTLP, you are a patron, you get access to our Discord server, which has all these fun little groups for playing games with other listeners and us and whoever happens to be on there.
Isn't
voice
it
channels.
ironic that it's called Discord, but it brings people together?
It is ironic. I think so.
Somewhere Alanis Morissette, just the hairs in the back of her neck just stood up.
I think she just dropped dead.
She took that one hand out of her pocket.
Yeah.
And then
stopped
sliced
masturbating
her
with
wrist.
And don't be shy. We've been playing Diablo on there. Me and Mikey B have both been on there. I encourage you, if you have Diablo on any platform, where somewhere you can talk to other people who are playing it on there, or Mortal Kombat X. That game's great. It's been out forever. I know it's old news, but I'm just playing it now. I'm having a blast with it.
So, do people just watch you play? Is it
No, you can. Like, we can stream video of it, of the games, but it's so that you can talk to each other and say, like, I wanted to sit in and watch or listen, and I don't have an Xbox, and I want to watch Mike and Kelly fight each other on Mortal Kombat. I can go into that channel and just listen in on them talking to each other. It's just kind of a fun little access to play games together. That's all it is.
I just don't get it.
I don't
Or you can watch a movie together on there.
It's like PewDiePie. I don't get it.
Yeah, we're very old, but once you do it, it's really fun.
Yes.
PewDiePie. Is he a racist? Did we determine
I think
he's
so.
some sort of monster?
I don't know.
Yeah, didn't he have a controversy where he dropped the N-bomb a couple times?
Well, I think
there's even more than that now, right?
But I think it's like some kind of weird alternate dimension because now he's not, but
is he a Berenstain Bear?
Yeah, I don't know. I asked my son about this.
Yeah.
I was like, isn't he a racist? He's like, no, Dad. And then he tried to explain it to me. And I was like, I don't want to hear about this anymore.
And then you ask your son, wait, are you a racist? honest.
He's not.
Yeah. He's cutie pie. Mm-hmm. Not a PewDiePie.
Mm-hmm. So your son had to explain why PewDiePie is not a racist?
Well, he started to, and then I just said, I don't care.
Okay. And then I stopped it.
It's like, he's just quoting rap lyrics. It's okay.
It's not.
I don't know if that's what... I don't actually know. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. Like, it was like one of those weird conversations where I start to think I want to know something, and then I don't. And I'm like, let's just don't even talk about this.
Yeah, PewDiePie does not need to occupy any space in my mind at all.
You okay, Freddy?
Catch Me Outside, that she takes up all the space.
Habada.
That is the space that would have been devoted to PewDiePie or any YouTuber.
If he'd said anything half as good as Catch Me Outside, habada, well, then maybe I would have cared.
Do you know who has a podcast now? Dr. Phil. I have not listened to it yet.
I thought you were going to say Catch Me Outside.
I like Dr. Phil.
Me too.
I do too. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
I'm not either. He makes good sense.
He's also he seems like a very kind-hearted person, genuinely.
He asks people the hard questions sometimes.
That too.
I like
it. It's about you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about you. Listen, listen, you're going to have to talk to your mom if you want to earn her respect. I don't know if you ever said that, but
that's a good Dr. Phil.
Thank you. I knew I had a good one, so I did it.
That's very good.
Is
that the only reason you brought him up? Okay, Amy brought him up.
Amy brought him up so she would hear me do that.
Because she knew. She knew.
She knew.
Ooh, you know what else is a good podcast? This has nothing to do with anything, but I've been listening to Gladiator, the one about Aaron Hernandez, the killer patriot.
Player?
Didn't he kill himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hung himself, right?
Did they address his gayness?
They will. I'm only on like the 4th episode, but it's real good.
It's almost like you said gains, but you
He's making sick gains in the gym.
His gayness.
And he's dead.
Oh, speaking of Patriots, fuck the Patriots.
Yeah, fuck them all day long.
I didn't watch the game, but I know that.
Who are they against?
The Rams.
The world.
Yeah, go Rams! Ram them, baby!
Ooh.
I didn't watch the game, but I feel they cheated somehow.
You sounded like Linda Belcher just then.
I feel like a lot of calls went in their favor.
Aren't we getting one of their coaches?
I don't know.
But it's after the Super Bowl. He can't take the job yet.
We're going to be tainted.
Bengals.
Real quick, just one last thing.
Yeah.
Since we were mentioning podcast recommends.
Yours.
There is a good one on YouTube called Dixie Cryptid. It's just like basically Bigfoot stories. There might be a couple of Dogman stories. But it is this guy with this like heart. He sounds like he lives in Hazard County. But he's I think he takes people's personal accounts and I think puts them in a very well narrated style, and they're really good.
Dixie Cryptid?
Dixie Cryptid.
Oh, that's my drag name.
My Dixie Cryptid. And it's on
part
YouTube.
of the Pin 15 network.
Is he like Southern? Is that what's called Dixie?
Yeah, he's super Southern. Like he sounds like this. But it's great listening to him, and the way they're narrated is really good. The writing is actually really strong.
Yeah, is it like a Southern cryptids or like all cryptids?
Yeah, it's mostly like Southern Bigfoot experiences. But they're really good. It's really well written, and they're short. You know, some of them are only like 9 minutes. Some are like 15, 20.
Is it on? I can't find it on iTunes.
It's a YouTube. It's only on YouTube.
Oh, it's YouTube. Okay.
Then it's not a podcast.
But they consider it one.
I don't.
But they do.
Well, who's they?
The
TV
world.
Guide. Didn't we establish this 20 years ago?
Freddy Morris.
TV Guide, is that still a thing?
Well, no. Amy and I, whenever we had to cite our sources, we always said it was TV Guide.
Oh, you know, they say this is pretty good. Who said? Well, I read it in TV Guide, and so now every time anybody says that,
there are a lot of podcasts that only publish to YouTube. Did you know that?
That's not a podcast then.
But
yeah.
I mean,
I get it.
That's like
no. I understand. It's like short form, like video content on YouTube. That's fine, but it's not a podcast.
But it is a podcast. It's just talking, and then they put just random shit over it just to have something.
What's the pod
hey, Kelley,
you think?
Is something art just because you hang it on the wall?
Because like
a podcast.
It's
a show. It's a YouTube show.
You can't own property, man.
No, I'm saying that it's still a valid form of content, but it's not a podcast.
What does pod stand
for? A podcast has
iPod.
Oh,
yeah, it has to be. It has to be
through an RSS feed.
An RSS feed is the definition.
You could download it and put it on your iPod because YouTube is downloadable.
There you go.
Honestly,
you could turn it into a podcast if you create an RSS feed and put every episode on it.
Were you to put a gun to my head, I would tell you that video is not a podcast. I'm audio. I'm an audio purist.
But this is just audio. But I mean, they have to have video behind it.
Why don't you put it on and fucking get a Libsyn account?
Well, because he knows.
I'm gonna write this guy.
It's a podcast.
Fight me. It's not.
So how long have they been doing it?
It's a podcast.
Is it like a newer podcast?
I don't know. There's
Sorry, I had to say podcast.
You son of a bitch.
Andy,
is it a newer show?
Are you trying to piss me off?
I actually don't know how old it is, but he's releasing stuff, every week or so, and there's several episodes of this podcast that you can listen to.
I swear to God, Kelley.
You just put it on your speaker. You just lay back, just like I do with last podcast on the left, exactly the same way that I do that. And,
all right, listeners.
So if you take
it's up to you to solve this.
If you take 2 stereo speakers and you duct tape them together around your head, are they headphones?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. See, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Because that's exactly what that is.
See? With duct tape. And giant stereo speakers.
Who's to say? Your headphones break and you got to use duct tape to fix them.
Who's to say? What are headphones but speakers?
I can be very open-minded.
That are attached to each other.
A podcast is something very specific.
That go around your head.
I'm gonna.
Why does duct tape negate something being a headphone? We're all just atoms. Nothing is real.
Nothing. It's all a construct.
It's so philosophical now. Wow, man.
It's all so pointless.
Try not to think about it.
I can smell the incense coming off you right now.
I farted.
Smells like Nag Champa.
Are we ready to move on?
Smells like KFC for some reason. I have not had that in months.
That Nag Champa is one of the 11 herbs and spices.
Mad Champa?
Nag Champa. It's when you go into a place and you smell incense and it's real strong.
Yeah,
that's Nag Champa. Always.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you just make that word up?
No, let's Google it.
Yeah, it means podcast. It's Indian for podcast.
It's not an incense. An incense is a blend. All right, you guys ready?
I'm incensed about this.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Hey, Andy.
Yay. So what did I watch?
You watched 7 Minutes in Heaven?
Seven
or 7
in Heaven.
Minutes?
7 in Heaven, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a really bad porn.
And?
Hi,
was it?
My name's Heaven.
Oh.
It's a gangbang.
It's me, Mr. That's...
Or 7 Inches. I like that too.
Well, but yours is better. I thought of someone named Seven.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's a gangbang is
like
better.
the kid Seven from Married with Children.
Exactly.
Oh, gosh.
All grown up.
Yeah.
That's his celebrity sex porn.
Him and Jonathan Lipnicki are making porno movies together somewhere.
Y'all.
Did you know my dick weighs 8 pounds? Jerry Maguire. I love that movie.
Andy.
7 in Heaven. Do you guys watch season 2 of American Vandal yet?
Yes.
It stars that guy that was accused of being the turd burglar. The really pretentious guy.
Oh, yeah.
That drank the tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts him.
Oh, okay.
That's the only thing that I got from this movie.
Oh, okay, good.
And how was he?
He actually talks like that. Like, really... Like his, he talks like he's in slow motion. It's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe he's high.
He's probably high.
And
Hi.
This movie's about this dude and this girl. They go to a party and they play 7 Minutes in Heaven.
Are they over the age of 13?
Yes.
Then they should not be playing that game. That is a kid's game. That is a burgeoning sexuality game, but it is not an adult game.
Oh, damn. I bought the board game version of it. I guess I gotta return it now.
Gary Cole's in this too, though.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I love him.
Yeah. So they're at a party and they get chosen to go to the closet for 7 minutes. And when they emerge, they come out to an alternate universe.
That's where that kid sends you in the Twilight Zone to the closet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You'd think.
Oh.
Is it Narnia? Is it Narnia-esque?
I don't know what this movie was.
There's Turkish Delight.
I mean, it's not explained why this closet is here. It's like a closet within a closet, and the people who live there was like, I didn't even know it was there. So
a closet within a closet.
So it gives us like this weird air of mystery, but there's not really a mystery.
Have you ever had a closet you weren't like really familiar with?
In your home?
In your home.
Well,
That's never happened to me.
No.
I mean, like, I'm not super familiar with the one right by the front door. I mean, I could tell you where everything in it is.
But you know there's no extra dimension in there.
I don't spend any time in there.
There's not an extra closet inside of it. You'd know.
I feel like I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like an electrical panel in it.
Yeah.
Which always freaks me out every time I see it. I'm like, what is that doing?
It's because when I tore down the old studio.
Your breakers are in there?
I salvaged some shit that's in there.
That's where he hoards his electrical equipment.
I'm hoarding.
It's not really an electrical.
It's just wires.
It literally sparks joy, so I can't throw it out. I touch it and I'm like,
we don't invite Joy over anymore.
No.
Oh, it sparks joy.
Get it?
Yeah. Hi,
I'm Sparks Joy.
Oh,
shit!
Ooh, that's a good drink.
Listeners, let me tell you something about me and Andy have been
really
on an absolute brainwave the last several days.
Yeah, we can't talk about the one we were on before.
We really can't.
You guys are ovulating together.
Yeah, but that was awesome.
Yeah. I'm Sparks Joy. Do I make you happy?
It was the exact same. Like I knew exactly who Sparks Joy was.
Do you have room for me in your life?
It always brings a covered dish.
Yeah.
No matter what, even if you're not having dinner.
Anyway, so they emerged into this alternate universe where the boy, he's like the bad version of him in this universe.
Ooh.
And he's killed somebody.
Like
apparently.
a
goatee.
Yeah, basically.
Star Trek rules.
An eye patch. So he's killed somebody, and they basically have to try to get back into their own universe. But they go back to the house and emerge into another universe.
Takes him to the Citadel of Rix.
Yeah. That's a really good episode.
The second one?
Yes.
Oh shit, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah,
basically. And alternate universe movies, along with time travel movies, they kind of like make me feel dumb. But it's not. I don't know if it's because of me or because of the movie was dumb.
A little bit of both, maybe.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I bet this movie was dumb.
It was dumb because this weird closet in this house is not like a creepy house. It's just like a very contemporary house. Nothing's explained. It's just this closet that takes you to an alternate dimension. What? It seems like maybe it would have been a good Twilight Zone episode, a half hour, but for a whole movie, that premise doesn't really work, I don't think. And it was nothing really interesting.
So there were no crazy monsters?
No, it was just different versions of the same people.
Oh, fuck that. That sounds horrible.
Do you watch Channel Zero at all?
I've seen a couple episodes.
The second season, is it? Amy?
No End House.
No End House. That's what this reminds me of.
Although
that was actually pretty good.
Zero.
I got a Mexican. Whoa. Radio.
Zero.
Yeah, I just
Rock Lops.
It's not a good movie. I don't recommend it.
We just went in the closet to the B-52s and Wall of Voodoo dimension.
The American South New Wave. My dog's adorable.
So 7 in Heaven, not so much.
Yeah.
All right, and we're back. Sorry, we had to talk about lunch meat for a second because the computer fucked up. Yeah. So, Freddy likes ham. Andy did not like this movie.
No. I like ham better.
I was just saying that you got to eat ham before it gets slimy.
That's right.
That's your guide.
Not just any ham. Not just ham. It's all cold cuts.
Yeah, all cold cuts. You don't want slimy cold cuts.
You definitely don't. I do love that band, though, the Slimy Cold Cuts.
My favorite band.
I think they tour with Fart that one time.
They did.
1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the year the stage fell. Like, it collapsed.
Oh, no.
Killed the lead singer of Frog the Dry Spriget.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so movie gun, movie bullet. I have to take my sunglasses off so I can read.
Amy's very cool.
I've had my sunglasses on because I have a migraine.
She's very cool.
She's a vampire.
Freddy.
Yes, ma'am.
You live.
Oh, what do you know?
Amy.
Oh, that's just like me being shot. I love you so much.
Huh?
Nothing.
So, here's what I'm going to review. Halloween at Aunt Ethel's.
Oh.
What did you just say? Halloween Animals?
Halloween at Aunt Ethel's.
That sounds cute, actually. Is it
Animals?
Is it a kids movie?
I don't know. It's on Amazon Prime. And the IMDb rating is 6.7 out of 10. That's crazy.
That's pretty good.
I have no idea what
Friends
this is.
and family must have stepped in for a quick review.
Everyone in town knows the story of old Aunt Ethel.
Everybody.
And a few out-of-towners.
It said she makes Halloween candy and pumpkin pie out of the kids that trick-or-treat at her house.
Why does anybody eat them?
Is Aunt Ethel really a mental case with a taste for children? This Halloween, the neighborhood teens are going to find out the truth. They have something special planned for Aunt Ethel.
Thank God for teens.
Neighborhood teens are my favorite comment.
This might just be someone's last Halloween.
The Neighborhood Teens is also a great band name.
It is a great band name. What would we do without them? Discovering things about people that didn't need discovered. Thank God. Thank God for them.
So the first review on Prime is way better than I thought it would be. So that's fun.
Yeah.
Halloween at Aunt Ethel.
I will say, though, I don't ever trust the ratings on any of the streaming services because they give good movies shitty star ratings and they give really shitty movies slightly better star ratings.
Can we talk about Prime for just a moment?
Prime.
Amazon Prime has started purging independent filmmakers' content.
Oh, really?
Kind of willy-nilly. Yeah, and canceling contracts left and right. Filmmakers that we know.
Is this something that happened to Kevin Kangas?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
He might be he might become a victim of this.
You mean in terms of movies that you can rent or the ones that come with Prime?
The ones both that you can stream as part of Prime and rent or buy through Prime, they're culling tons of content.
Literally, these people haven't been seen. Their families are distraught.
Is it because they don't make enough money off of them?
I don't think it's that. I think it's hard for them to police and what they consider the quality of, because independent film runs the gamut of completely unwatchable, but there are some really great independent films that you can find if you're willing to take the time and
some
watch
people
stuff.
Celebrate the unwatchable.
And then there's some people that really would like to watch the unwatchable stuff. But it's not like they're making a judgment call based on anything other than it just seems like they consider it trash cinema.
It is
they're getting rid of
their marketplace.
It is, but let me tell you, I want to talk about Amazon for a second.
Okay.
Yeah. It's what they like to put things out there for creators to use, and then they turn around a lot of times and try to make it very hard for them to make money. They do that to self-published authors a lot. They change rules and reportings just haphazardly. They are not, on the one hand, you want to thank them for making these very easy to use creator tools and for, having a venue for independent filmmakers and whatnot to put stuff out there. But then they turn around and they're like, oh, but we also don't want you to really make any money.
Yeah.
And we want to make it really hard for you to understand your own ratings and numbers, and we just want to make it very difficult for you because we want certain things to do well, but not other things.
I have a sneaking suspicion that it has something to do with that movie that was not even released theatrically yet internationally, that Amazon Prime is streaming for free because they didn't vet their content properly. You didn't hear about this? It was in the news. It was in the news. The people who own the rights to the movie were like, we're getting all kinds of reports of people watching this movie on Amazon Prime. We haven't released it yet.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was pretty fucked up. And I think this might be one way that they are just covering their asses and making it sound like it's a quality thing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Bezos, he's kind of a fuckwit.
Well, he's a billionaire.
And probably ruining the world in some small way.
Along
with all the other.
I suspect you have to have a certain level of greed to get to that point.
Of course.
I can't really have a dog in this fight because I use Amazon Prime so much.
I just added tampons to my subscribe and save today.
We all do. Listen, I'm not. It's there.
Yeah.
But it's just sometimes they're hard.
Yeah, I understand, but
as a creator, I don't get me wrong. I still publish shit on Amazon. I use it a lot. It is a great. It's the best you have.
Most ubiquitous.
But what can people do about this?
Just honestly, just complaining to them if you miss that content is there and it's something you enjoyed seeking out and exploring all these indie filmmakers. in a place where you really have no risk because you're not having to buy anything, and you're benefiting and the filmmaker's benefiting, then you just complain, and as you get enough complaints, sometimes things shift back in the right direction.
Email.
Yes. Yeah. But we also have to accept the fact that we may not be able to change that.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing may happen. They may be like, we own Amazon.
And that's it. Yeah. Oh, well. You can go to Redbox, I guess.
Yeah. Redbox.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That's going to be the big return.
Yeah. I have a feeling that YouTube's going to end up eventually being that way too.
Yeah.
Let me reel you this before we move on. The old brick and mortar stores are going to come back.
Rick and Morty?
The old Rick and Morty stores are going to come back because all these streaming services are going to fracture and start charging, and it's going to become as much as cable as it almost is already. Yeah. And people are going to be like, fuck this shit. I'm just kidding. I don't think that's really going to happen. But wouldn't it be interesting?
It'd be fun.
It was funny. Netflix just raised their prices.
They did.
But today, Hulu announced that they've reduced their price on their basic plan.
Oh,
what? It's like the Fire Festival docs.
They're fighting.
Butting heads.
Fighting.
As somebody who never wants to go back to a $200 cable bill, right now I'm stable and I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
When I get to needing CBS All Access, so I need that Star Trek, that sweet Star Trek. When I'm ready for that, then we're gonna have to reevaluate. And whatever Disney's cooking, I don't know. I'm gonna have to reevaluate.
Yeah. If I were to lose honestly, the thing I use the least is Netflix now.
That's not true for me.
For you. I mean, like, other than watching Star Trek
Where else
reruns.
am I going to watch Locked Up? Lock Up.
Yeah.
I like Lock Up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
the Great British Bake Off. Yeah. I started 90 Day Fiancé today, but that's on Hulu.
I'd say I use both of those about the same.
Hulu and Netflix, yeah.
And then YouTube.
I would use Amazon Prime more, but their interface.
Oh, Amazon! I forgot them. Yes,
it's hard to find stuff on Amazon
Prime. Isn't a great interface.
It is bad. Like, it's best to just use your machine's search capability and find it on Prime instead of trying to search Prime.
Yeah.
In fact, can you even search Prime? I tried to the other day.
Prime Video?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
I tried to find a search, but I couldn't find it.
But the problem is, like, all their stuff is like stuff you have to pay for. That's what you see up front, and you have to wallow through all that stuff to get to the free stuff.
Oh, you can filter it.
Oh, you can you can personalize your own homepage.
Well, you can filter it to just show you stuff that's free
I know that,
play.
but there's so many of those. Like, go to this channel, Like, you know what I mean?
I can tell you their Apple TV app is actually pretty easy to navigate.
Their Apple D app.
Their Apple D app.
Yappity apple.
I don't know.
Like,
what it's like on other
I know this is so very interesting for the listeners, but
talk about your. Tell us.
I feel they're thinking the same thing we are.
But we have an Amazon Fire, and it used to, when we had the Fire Stick, like if you would go to if you would search like whatever, Married with Children or something, and it would show you like all the places you could watch it. Now it basically, unless it's just on Hulu or it's like on Netflix or something obvious, it'll just give you the Prime. It'll be like, you can rent this on Prime. And then there's a little button that says more ways to watch, and it still just shows you Prime usually. But then you can go search it in other things and still find it sometimes. Like, they did away with like showing you all the places you can find this thing. Now they just basically want you to watch it on Prime.
Yeah, it's in their best interest.
The Apple TV.
But I don't know why they even bother having it then. Like, why do you bother having a button that says more ways to watch?
Yeah, because somebody forgot to remove it.
Yeah. I bet you're right.
Like, the Apple TV, the home screen does a similar thing, but Netflix kind of screwed that up because they stopped cooperating because they didn't want people to have access to the actual numbers outside of the company. And apparently, in order to make that sort of functionality work, they have to give a certain amount of backdoor access. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to get backdoor.
And they didn't want to. Netflix, they keep that stuff on so far down on the DL, all that backdoor stuff.
So, if you had to get rid of one, what would you get rid of?
Well.
Oh, this is a Sophie's Choice moment for Amy.
I'm gonna say something and it's gonna hurt feelings.
Yeah.
But Shudder, just because I watch it less, because I still feel like I can get enough horror content via the other apps.
I
have
like
Prime, Netflix, Hulu.
The big three.
I would say HBO
Amazon,
now.
Yeah.
I'd get rid of.
Yeah. Prime out of Prime, Netflix, and Hulu.
I feel Prime. I would get rid of.
I would get rid of Prime.
If Prime wasn't an add-on to the existing benefits you already get with Prime, I would never have gone out and signed up for it on my own.
The only reason I would that I might consider keeping Prime is because they do have a lot of like you can find almost not always everything, but like you can find more obscure stuff there.
Yeah.
So
at least you could.
And you can rent
I don't know how that's going to affect. I mean, given those deep cuts that are considered cult classics will probably make the cut.
Yeah.
But I
don't know. You're right, but as of now,
right.
It's kind of like the best place if you can't find it somewhere else.
Where else are you going to get those Bad Ben movies?
Freebie and the Bean.
Freebie and the Bean.
Freebie and the Bean. All right, well, are you
YouTube.
Guys ready to move on?
Yeah, I'm ready to move.
I'm ready.
Andy's pick.
Are we recording now? Oh,
Kill Bill Volume 1 from 2003.
Oh, I thought you were just rubbing my inability to whistle in my face.
I was. That was part of it, too.
Damn it.
Although my lips were a little dry. And Kelley picked up the second half of that. And,
that's why. I understood. You can't.
Tell him dry.
You can't do it once. I would have dropped out then to wet my lips, and you would have taken it back.
That's a great
Why
moment.
don't you guys sweat each other's lips?
Well,
oh yeah.
It's hard to whistle when you're doing that.
All right, Kill Bill, Volume 1.
Yep, classic revenge story, right, Andy? Is that why you picked it? You're feeling like a little vengeful?
No, I honestly picked it because it might sound like misogynistic, but I like to watch women fight.
Oh, yeah,
so does Quentin Tarantino.
So do all the fans of Glow, the gorgeous ladies of
wrestling.
I would say most
choreographed fights. It's just like because when I was a kid, I always picked Chun-Li or Mileena or Katana.
I was just playing with Sonya Blade. Yeah. She's a badass.
I don't know. I've always been attracted to like strong women characters, and I feel like when they fight, they're kind of like subverting like norms a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's kind of like a statement.
Yeah,
I just like women fighting, not because like they might.
Do you like women fighting other women or women fighting
men? Like both, but mostly women that are fighting. It's not like fighting other women, but it's not like caged heat or anything like that. It's not like I don't get anything like pleasure out of it.
Just, ladies in prison,
like in Dynasty when like
pulling hair.
I don't like
grab each other's shoulder pads.
Yeah,
and shake
cat fights.
Andy likes a cat fight.
Yeah.
Literal cats.
Meow.
It's not like the Seinfeld thing where like when it's like they might kiss. That's why we like it. No, it's not like that.
Andy likes women to dress up like cats in big furry cat outfits and just kind of paw at each other and hurl insults.
Pillows.
That's one of the reasons I like it, and it's just like it just because it's just a cool movie.
It is cool.
It's I think it's what Quentin Tarantino at his best, where he doesn't indulge as much as he does in other movies.
Do you mean in dialogue?
Yeah. Well, he does in this Kill Bill Volume 2. That's why I like
Volume
1 a lot better.
Volume 2 is where you get all that stuff I don't like about Tarantino.
Yeah. Because he's not my favorite director, and for me to like Kill Bill so much is kind of like an anomaly, even though I love True Romance, and that's very indulgent too.
Yeah. I consider Volume 1 and 2 one movie, but I can see why Volume 1 obviously is more action oriented. Well, there's some great action sequences.
I feel like it's
a
good balance.
It is a good balance, and it is my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, and I am a big fan. I know a lot of people like he's very polarizing in our community. Even like half the people are like fucking hate Tarantino, and then other people like me are like, I love Tarantino. I really do love Quentin Tarantino, and this is my favorite. The both volumes together are my favorite, just because it's so much like he kind of takes everything that I love, which is, I think this is some people's problem with him, is they think that he's just aping, it's just spaghetti western and kung fu, but like I don't know. I mean, those genres aped each other. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well, he's literally borrowing. He's doing like a cut and paste, like a pastiche of all those things. He's a video store kid.
Yeah.
He worked in a video store. He watched all these movies that would come through, the grindhouse style stuff, the kung fu movies, the westerns, the samurai movies, and he blatantly takes elements of them and puts them into his film.
When I think what he does, and I think what people forget, is that that's how as we go through just history, that's how art is made.
Everything's influenced by something.
Well, not just influence, but literally, like, he'll borrow a complete shot composition from another movie.
Yeah. Well, that's one of our problems with him a little bit, because he's so blatant about it.
Right.
And I don't know who he is as a director.
But I like that he does that, and he doesn't deny it. People always accuse him of doing it and not giving people the original works credit.
No, I feel he's definitely honoring it, but at the same time, it gets kind of old for me. I like to, just do some point you got to stand on your own 2 feet and tell your own story.
Yeah, but I think like he's taking
you
what
gotta
he
wiggle
knows.
your toes, Tarantino.
But I like that this movie, part of it was original. The stuff that Uma Thurman contributed about the opening, like her idea was the bride character, right? And like the whole wedding scene and everything. So like, to me, like there's no shame in taking things and chopping them up and putting them back together. I mean, it's still art to me, and it's still
musicians do it all the time.
Yeah. Just because there's not a works cited, like an asterisk at the bottom of the scene or something, like who wants to see that shit while you're watching a movie?
Andy, accidental ripped from the headlines storyline going on here. So Uma Thurman's in a coma.
Oh yeah, that lady got pregnant.
Yeah, they arrested the dude today.
Oh yeah,
that impregnated the woman in a vegetative state.
Now they're saying she wasn't in a coma though. The home.
Well, she was in a vegetative state. She wasn't.
No, they're saying that like all of that stuff about her being completely incapacitated was made up. Is what the home's saying. Of course, they're trying to defend themselves.
The man was arrested today.
Yeah, no shit. So you could still rape somebody.
Yeah.
They don't have to be unconscious.
No. I people in vegetative states aren't unconscious, but I was just saying that it was sort of like the scene where Uma Thurman was almost raped.
Yeah.
Because she was in a coma. She done fucked that motherfucker up.
Yeah, Buck.
Great scene.
Pussy wagon.
Well, just her fucking biting his face off.
Yeah.
All right, so Kill Bill, give me the synopsis.
Well, it's about Uma Thurman. She is part of the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad.
Formerly
Black Mamba.
And she was like the baddest of the bunch.
Yeah, like she said, she's the deadliest woman in the world.
Yeah.
And then she gets knocked up by Bill, and she wants to leave that life, but Bill says, you're mine.
Mm-hmm.
And he kills her and her whole wedding party.
Mm-hmm.
And puts her in a coma, and she's in there for a couple years, and she wakes up, and then she just goes out and gets revenge on the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad. It's a classic revenge story.
We've got Vivica Fox. Remember when we saw her at Horror Hound? She looked fucking amazing.
She looked amazing. She was like, I was like, oh yeah.
Like in person, I was like, oh, you're
Hollywood. You're right.
Star. I love that. I think she's my favorite just because of the very like suburban nature of her life now. And here comes Uma Thurman ready to fucking kill her.
Well, yeah, I just love the back and forth between them. That dialogue, like, bitch, you can stop right there.
Great dialogue.
Yeah,
you have to wonder. Bill didn't seem to mind Vivica A. Fox's character, Vernita Green.
My theory is it kind of like the whole squad broke up after what happened.
Yeah, after the wedding party.
Yeah.
Oh,
but he does still have L. He still has L. Driver.
But I feel like his heart was kind of like out of it once Beatrix. Can I say her name?
Yeah.
Beatrix left.
I was gonna.
So I think the whole group just dissolved after that.
I feel like the reason maybe the L Driver sticks around is because she is a super sadist.
Yeah.
So, like she's so into it anyway. So she would have done it anyway. She's like Gogo Yubari. They're like the same kind of crazy, dangerous. And it came on. I wasn't defending, by the way. I just gotta say, I wasn't defending the home that had the lady.
No, you were
the Kill Bill bride.
Definitely were.
What I was saying was, I read a report that they were saying that it wasn't true.
Yeah, Terry Shiva was awake.
Yeah,
but she couldn't consent.
Yeah, I didn't say anything of that nature.
Freddy Morris.
He's just telling you what I heard.
He's just stating the news.
He doesn't make the news. He just reports it.
Just want to make sure no one gets it twisted.
News.
Okay, well, looking back on this, I kind of have a problem with the whole relationship between Bill and his squad. It's very pimpish.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you're supposed to have a problem with it.
Like, how are we supposed to look at that? Are we supposed to say that's kind of brush it aside, or are we just supposed to see it as gross?
Are we supposed to see these people as victims of him?
Yeah. Or do they have any agency?
I don't think
away from
it
him?
goes that deep.
I don't think it does either.
I think Tarantino. For him, these are just like when you're telling a medieval story, you have knights. Mm-hmm. You have wizards and blah blah blah. When you're telling
cardboard cutouts of ideas,
right? When you're telling a story that is a pseudo 70s story, really, honestly, this is a 70s story. Your archetypes are different. They're pimps and they're drug dealers and they're assassins.
I know, I'm probably looking
agents.
too much into it, but at the same time,
in the Me Too movement and the Me Too Now that we're in.
But I would certainly say that no one. I mean, you're not supposed to sympathize with Bill. I don't think at any point are you supposed to think that he's got any redeeming qualities.
But is he one of those cool criminals that we're supposed to look up to and aspire to?
I do not think that was never. When I watch it, I never think that he's
not
portrayed.
Bill.
Not Bill, certainly not. I think the other Viper members, except for maybe Bud, all of the female characters you are supposed to think of as cool.
Well, it's just because in
yes,
you mean they're all murderers, right? Can we all, even the bride herself?
Do we know who
she's done
killed?
some bad shit.
Yeah,
lots and lots of people.
We're supposed to be on her side in this.
It's a revenge movie.
She is a victim of something.
Yeah, it's a revenge movie.
It's like
who did she fucking kill?
She killed all kinds of people.
That's
we don't even know. And it's like when you watch those old Clint Eastwood movies, like he gets wronged in the first reel, but what you don't see is he's wronged shit tons of people up to this point. There's a reason half the time they're trying to hang him.
Even if you want to go back to the spaghetti westerns that he's in, like the man with no name is considered a hero, but he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
And all of especially in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Tuco Ramirez, who is basically the hero of that movie, he's a horrible person.
Yeah.
But like you see like these moments of, humanity. I don't think you get much humanity from Bill.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, you're riding on more charisma than empathy. Like with these, I think for me, these kind of characters, whether it's westerns or Tarantino movies, like it's literally just about the ride. There's no real character development.
There's no morality, really.
Nobody grows or changes.
Like I said, charisma, charisma carpenter. No, charisma covers a lot of it covers a lot of people's bad things. You can get away with a lot of stuff when you're charismatic.
Right. How much do we love Obama? Motherfucker droned and killed all kinds of people. Yeah. And I still love him.
Well, also you think about like these are just stories about super hardened people who live lives that are a level of difficult no one will ever understand. So you can't even come up with like any type of moralizing or rationalization for what they do.
The only real mitigation you get in this movie is from Lucy Liu's character.
Yeah.
What she went through as a child.
But there is a certain demographic that hold these people up to a pedestal. Like people who love Scarface or people in Goodfellas or Sopranos.
Well, I would definitely, again, I don't think Tarantino has portrayed Bill the way like Henry Hill is portrayed in Goodfellas, or the way even I don't think Bill is charismatic to anyone.
Not an anti-hero.
But the Viper Assassination Squad, for whatever reason, I don't think that the audience is ever meant to think of him as charismatic, and I think even his performance is meant to make your skin crawl. I think that David Carradine, either because he is kind of creepy, or because he was just a good actor, I think he made that role he took a role that could have been made into like a Scarface, and I think it kind of played it creepy.
Was he the Carradine that died?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, from the autoerotic guy?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's him? Oh.
Yeah.
I've seen
I said David
body.
Carradine, right? I didn't say Keith Carradine because he's still alive.
Keith Carradine, yeah, I like Keith Carradine.
He's a nerd.
Yeah, he was the
David Carradine,
the leader of the nerds. Did where'd you see his dead body?
Oh, you can see it on the internet.
Like crime scene or like
you can see it the actual in the
I swear to God I have.
Okay. That's chilling.
Sometimes I'm chilling.
Yeah, you're gross.
He's chilling.
You're a weirdo.
Just chilling like a villain. I am a weirdo. I get that. No, I'm not.
Okay.
Everybody else has been a rotten.com.
Everyone's
all seen
fascinated with dead bodies.
Whether
they admit it or not.
I just think about these things now because, with the era we're living in.
I thought about it when the very lengthy scene where you watch her get beat up and hurt during the wedding, like that scene. And I'm like, wow, you're really like... And I understand, I don't want to put a story on what he was trying to accomplish there, but sometimes he does like to make Uma Thurman go through some shit.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing with the rape scene where he brings in that guy, the trucker guy.
Yeah.
It's kind of played almost comical. Yeah, because he hands him that jar of Vaseline that's covered in
it's covered in dirt.
I don't think it's played for laughs. I think that's supposed to... I think what we take as being comical is a sense of reality.
I don't think it's played for laughs, but it's very... I don't know how to put it. It's just a very light way of...
Would it have been as kind of disgusting if it weren't for the thing in the news right now? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have believed it as much.
I disagree. I actually think him handing him that jar of Vaseline, I think, was actually made it more horrifying to me. Like that... cemented
I saw
this is gonna happen.
I saw it as horrifying, but like I said, there's a certain demographic that would laugh at that stuff.
Oh, maybe I don't give a fuck
like
about
rapists.
Them.
Yeah, not rapists, but just.
Well, no, I get what you're saying, Andy, because like they never go the full
Monty,
the full reality of like how awful it is to murder someone, be murdered, or be raped.
Well, yeah, it's not that kind of movie.
It's got to be a little comic booky in order to function as what it is.
And that's a great description. It is super comic
booky. It's so stylized. I can't really take anything as face value, but it's just things I think about.
Yeah,
and it's hard for me not to overthink movies sometimes.
Yeah,
like when I first saw it, I was like, "Yeah, this is awesome," but it's just funny how your view of movies change over time.
Well, I think even more so, like what we experience in the meantime with the internet, especially, is like if you don't know somebody in your life that was raped, you probably do, and to some extent now, just from interacting with so many people on the internet, that you are. It's that whole thing where it's funny till it happens to you or someone you know. Where you feel like, what's my responsibility as a viewer when I watch something? How am I supposed to feel knowing that I'm going to be in a group chat later with somebody I know whose dad was brutally stabbed to death or something?
Well, it's like I can't control other people's reactions to movies. I can only control mine, and I'm just putting it out there what I think sometimes.
I think like the separation of fantasy and reality is so important because
it's extremely important, and I think a lot of people have problems with it. I actually think that there's a lot of problems in the world because of that. You got to draw a line, and you also have to be okay with liking what you like or thinking about why you like what you like, and if it's a problem, whatever. But to what you were about to say about worrying about like talking about a movie and then somebody's dad or I don't think you can worry too much about that. Or you're going to drive yourselves. Everyone's going to drive themselves nuts.
Well, I don't think people necessarily do it on purpose.
Yeah,
like the worrying, the feeling of responsibility to say. A good example is I worked with someone for years that her sister-in-law, her ex-husband, murdered her brutally. And then that probably that night I'm watching 48 Hours Mysteries where somebody's tragedy that was very similar to that is being turned into my entertainment. Mm-hmm. And then, that's a little more direct because they're dealing with real cases, but then you take it a step further into the realm of fantasy and movies and comics and everything. You're like, okay, this is not that. They're not equivalent. Like watching Uma Thurman be, brutally raped in this movie might trigger me in a certain way if it were a realistic scene. Well, but I kind of can separate because it is a little. It doesn't make the idea of someone being raped like comical, but it makes it easier to take than like when I watch something like I Spit on Your Grave where it's too real. Well, and that just triggers. That shit.
This rape scenario is a lot more horrific than what is shown, or like in Reversible or Spit on Your Grave, because that is shown.
Yeah,
and this nothing is shown really, but in your mind you go through like how many guys that actually he brought into her.
Right. Yeah.
And that is more horrific to me than seeing it actually portrayed in real life, I guess.
Yeah.
Or the pedophile shit later on that's animated.
Yeah, that's why they had to animate it, because they couldn't, if they filmed that with actors, it was, they just couldn't get away with it.
Some more lighthearted stuff. All the killing was fun.
Yeah, it's
good like, sword work.
I'm fine with like ultra violence, but when it comes to like actual personal like rape stuff, that's a little more squidgy.
The what's her name? The young girl,
Gogo Yubari.
With her swinging her big metal ball around. She was terrifying.
Yeah, she's super creep.
Like, just really good. Is she like somebody nowadays? She acting out there?
She was in Battle Royale, and that's where Quentin Tarantino.
That's that same actress.
She's wearing that outfit.
Yeah, it never occurred to me that was her.
That's the Uma Thurman, the yellow outfit. That's a nod to like Bruce Lee. But
Enter the Dragon, right?
But in Battle Royale, the actress that plays Gogo Yubari is wearing a very similar yellow jogging outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where he saw that movie and like he like fell in love with her and casted her as Gogo Yubari.
Neat.
That was that whole
She's
scene.
a great character, by the way.
Lucy Liu and her gang of teenage idiots.
The Crazy 88s.
The Crazy 88s.
I don't think they're all teenagers.
The ones she was initially hanging out with, and she's just smiling benevolently at them while they just goof around, and then fucking death rains down. That was really great. I love that scene.
Even prior to that, I love the scene where they have like the meeting of the five families kind of moment where
the Yakuza
thing? Yeah, the Yakuza
are that's one of the best scenes.
That's my favorite. I've memorized that
great speech.
Like the Steel Magnolias bit at the funeral. Yeah. I can recite this from
Give
memory.
us a line, give us a bit.
You want me to?
Yeah, right now. Just a little bit, not the whole thing.
As your leader, I encourage you from time to time, but always in a respectful manner, to question my logic. If you are unconvinced in political plan of action is wisest, tell me so, but allow me to convince you, and I promise you right here and now that no subject will ever be taboo.
Very good, Andy.
He's not done.
Except, of course, a subject that was just under discussion. The price you pay for picking up either my Chinese or American heritage as a negative is, I collect your fucking head. Just like this fucker here. Now, if any of you sons of bitches
are you gonna roll the
anything
head?
else to say, now's the fucking time!
You gonna roll the head?
I didn't think so.
I could have done without the language, but it was very good.
I was gonna make the
it's
head
a little blue
sound.
It's a little blue for my taste.
Gentlemen, this meeting is adjourned.
It would have been great if Andy did like pitter patter across the table and cut somebody's head off.
I know I wasn't as articulate as Lucy Liu.
You were great. You're
that was pretty.
And there was fire in his eyes.
Yeah,
you guys.
I've just watched that scene and the same scene with her and Vivica A. Fox like over and over and over again. I can do that speech, but it's a lot longer.
I feel real bad for that little girl who saw her mom step on.
See, that's what the rumor is, that he wants to make a movie with Nakia.
Yeah, he said that right after this came out.
Coming after Uma Thurman. It's kind of like another revenge movie. She's the bill. Uma's the bill to Nakia.
Yeah. Where's he been lately?
Making that movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
What do you... So I think the whole controversy between him and Uma about the crash scene, that's in volume 2, right?
Yeah.
And she claims he tried to kill her. And he's like, nuh-uh. But I think their relationship is a bit strained right now.
Because of a particular scene in volume 2?
Yeah, she didn't want to do the car crash scene because she thought the car was unsafe, and she did actually, or the driving scene, and she did actually crash.
Yeah.
She got hurt. And she was like, I didn't want to do it, but he like intimidated me to do it.
And there's like actual footage of it out there, and it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Of him intimidating her?
No,
of
not
the car
this.
crash?
It's just a car crash.
Oh.
But just knowing what leading up to it, that she didn't want to do it, that makes it even harder to watch.
So speaking of stunts,
yeah.
I think you got to talk about Zoe Bell when you talk about Kill Bill, especially. She did. Anytime you're not seeing Uma Thurman's face, there's a good chance that you're seeing like the work of Zoe Bell, the stunt double, who was Xena, the warrior princess, and has a great documentary about her.
You mean her stunt double?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, she wasn't Lucy Lawless, but she was Xena whenever Xena was fighting or flipping.
When you ever didn't see Xena's face.
Yeah, when you didn't see Xena's face, you were seeing Zoe Bell.
She was, anytime you didn't see Lance Henriksen's face in Aliens.
That was Zoe Bell.
Anytime you just saw one set of footprints in the sand.
She was the voice of the baby. Look who's talking.
She is Paul Giamatti.
She's like one of the best stunt performers.
Did you watch the documentary?
Is it good? It's great. It's a great documentary. I'll look up the name of it while you guys talk.
Yeah, she was in Death Proof, right?
Yeah, she actually, she got to actually have a real part.
Act on screen.
A real part.
Yeah.
So, like, I know I like Volume 1 better, but do you guys have an opinion which is better?
I'll tell you.
I know you consider it one movie, Kelley. But
I do consider them, but like if you're asking me which one I'm more likely to put on, if I'm not, because I very rarely am going to watch them back to back because they are both long. So I will say this is probably the more. I'll put this on more Volume 1 just because again everything is so amped up to a million and it's just go from the start. But I really do love Volume 2. Also, I love the training sequences and I love her. I love the whole end thing with her and Bill.
I like that too, but I just felt like a lot of times he goes on too long.
Oh sure,
Quentin Tarantino.
Volume 1 is a tighter movie for sure. Like, and it is, like I said, I won't say that I like it better, but I would definitely watch it probably more often.
And I feel like in Volume 2, that scene with the pimp.
Michael Parks.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I just felt that was kind of unnecessary.
It seemed almost like he just wanted to give Michael Parks something to do because he loves him or loved him.
I don't remember much about Volume 2. I only ever saw that one time. But I remember thinking, wow, this isn't as
it's
fun.
It's like 2.5 hours long, and most of it's dialogue.
Yeah, isn't there like a scene where it's her and Bill in the car forever and ever or something?
At the end where she finally finds Bill.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
That whole scene with them is basically them just going back and forth with each other with this very grand, flowery language.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to revisit Volume 2 as well.
I mean, like I said, I love a good monologue, obviously, because I memorize some of them. But there are times when like he needs an editor.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people don't tell him. He's like the George Lucas kind of.
He gets to kind of do what he wants.
Yeah, I feel like people are afraid to tell him like you need to trim some a little bit.
Well, I think you have a few directors that have, you do one spectacular thing. You gave us Pulp Fiction, and then you got to do whatever you wanted. You're M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong, and you made Sixth Sense, and maybe The Happening wasn't so great, and nobody told you. And you kind of just you roll with the thing.
Which one did you say wasn't good?
The Happening.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't even seen it. I know that.
One of the Zoe Bell documentaries, Double Dare. I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm thinking of.
That's the one where she gets the gack all over herself.
Yeah, she has gack everywhere, and
gotta get that flag out of the nose.
That stressed me out so much because sometimes the flag will fall out.
Yeah, and they didn't notice it.
Yeah, and you have to.
And they're not looking for it.
But you could see it.
Time is counting down, and they're up in the mouth.
There's a second documentary called Stunt Women, The Untold Hollywood Story that is coming out. That's in post-production right now.
Wasn't she in like an Expendables type movie where she actually played a character, like she wasn't a stunt character, but she was an actual...
Did they have like a female Expendables?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, didn't they do Expendables 3? They kind of... Or did they... I don't know. I'll find out for you.
The thing I will always go back to is Death Proof. And just what a slog that felt like. Mm-hmm. Even though it was such a great... The women were fantastic. It was shot well. Shut the fuck up.
Was it Mercenaries?
Shut the fuck up.
I just know it existed.
It might be Mercenaries.
I Death Proof is definitely my least favorite, I think. of his.
I haven't seen Django Unchained.
Django is you haven't seen that?
It's very good.
I just can't bring myself to watch that.
It's my second favorite.
I stay away from slavery movies because they hurt my heart.
It's not.
I haven't
very
seen it
little
either.
of it is about. Well, I mean,
it might
thematically, it's about slavery.
It would probably bother her.
But it's not like they're wallowing in it too much. I mean, it's more of a revenge movie.
Again, and so I would Kill Bill and then Django were my two favorite, and then I would put Pulp Fiction third. But I've liked all of them to some extent.
Yeah, I feel Jackie Brown is very underrated in his
Jackie Brown
oeuvre.
I think my favorite of his.
It is underrated. I think it's still pretty groovy, but it's definitely less over the top. But that's what I like about him.
I like movies that have that kind of heisty feel to them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I definitely like it better than Reservoir Dogs, which I know a lot of.
Never seen that.
It's pretty okay.
Yeah.
There are a lot of good moments in it, but I think some people really romanticize Reservoir Dogs, and it's only okay for me.
Yeah.
It's only okay for me, dog.
It's only okay for me, dog.
Do you put True Romance in?
No, because he didn't direct.
I know he directed, but his script is so him.
Oh no, I know.
That I consider it an actual.
Did he write From Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah. So I don't consider From Dusk Till Dawn, True Romance, or Natural Born Killers technically Tarantino movies. But I do like all three of those.
I do like movies told or like stories told out of sequence like that. I do enjoy that. That's always a fun little trope that I'm down for.
Do you guys remember when he directed an episode of ER?
No, really?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, when
that sounds fake.
No, because when
I remember
George Clooney it was around that same time.
It was like a big event.
It was a big event. Yeah,
you couldn't really tell.
Was it the live?
No, it was it felt like a regular episode.
It felt like a regular episode.
Was it the live episode?
No, it was called Motherhood.
I want to go back and watch ER.
Yeah,
it's too much.
You're too much.
I know.
So, does anybody have a favorite fight scene between both movies?
Let me think on that. I would definitely.
I think my favorite would be the one with Vivica Fox and
it's good.
And Beatrix.
Go-Go Yubari and the Crazy 88 are there's no topping that sequence for me in that movie. If you're talking action, fuck. Get real. That is action packed. You can't get better than that.
Yeah, I don't know if you can top the Crazy 88, but I will say I do have a favorite moment that is from Volume 2. And that is when she gets buried alive. Mm-hmm. That shit was when I saw that in the theater. I felt I was squirming.
I hate that shit.
That to me was so strong. And then when she finally comes out and into the fucking cafe across the street, out of the graveyard, and they're kind of
It's like, can I please have a glass of water?
that whole thing is probably my favorite overall moment. Overall idea. By the way, that thing that you were doing, the sound, that weep, that's from an old TV show called Ironsides.
I don't know.
Michael
that's not surprising.
Yeah, it was just some thing about a guy in a wheelchair and he solved crimes.
Yeah, it was a big fat person.
He was a pretty big fat person. Yeah,
I thought you said fat.
Yeah, that's something Freddie would say.
Yeah,
on the show.
I just that's why I was so taken aback by it.
Or ever.
Yeah, I just like throwing around slurs. It's real slurry in here.
Like you do.
I didn't like her bangs, and I'm just gonna say it. And I know that it's a personal problem that I have.
You don't have to like her bangs. It's not a problem for you.
Sometimes
bang,
I was
bang,
just
bang.
like, oh.
Bang, bang. You hate her hair. Bang, bangs.
It's true.
Okay. Millie keeps pawing at me. She wants attention.
What else?
We were talking about that sound. I thought I remembered that there was a Chuck Norris movie that was real similar. It played a sound kind of like that. Whenever he would come home and he had an internal monologue that he would whisper to himself, "This place must be full of ninjas," and they'd be like, "Whee!" It kind of had that before they would attack.
That's terrible.
I have to look up what that was.
I feel like every place that Chuck Norris goes to is full of ninjas.
Probably. Well, he thinks so.
The Chick-fil-A.
He throws that word around willy-nilly.
I know it wasn't in Volume 1, but I just want to talk about that scene where the other assassin finds her.
Oh, that's great. When she tells her she's pregnant.
Yeah. I just love that kind of like that honor amongst thieves, that code of conduct they have, that they're, even though they're trying to kill each other, they're still very polite to each other.
I think those are the moments where he's trying to humanize. Like, again, you get moments, I think, where he tries to humanize them to an extent, and I think that's one of them.
I think it's the octagon I'm thinking of.
You're the octagon.
There's that scene where, like, I can read it myself, thank you.
Yeah.
And it's like, even though they're in this super intense situation, they still have this respect for each other in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that. I don't know, these cool criminal characters. I mean, they're criminals.
I mean, that's basically what I mean. It is cool.
Being a criminal
in a movie like this.
Shame on you.
It's a cool movie. Everything's cool about it. Yeah. I mean, you're probably saying rape isn't cool, Kelly, and that's not what I'm saying. But
by the way, I'm sorry. You can finish saying what you said about rape.
I'll finish when you're done.
Penis, pussy. Pussy wagon.
Penis pussy.
That truck was in the Missy Elliott video, right?
Probably.
It was in Lady Gaga and Beyonce Telephone.
It's all over the place.
Yeah. I think he loans it out.
Yeah, I think he does.
Oh my God, he drives it to Aldi's.
Oh, you think that? That's where Tarantino buys his apples?
Where he gets he gets his appetizers.
Didn't they see Pussy Wagon in Greece?
Yeah,
it's a real pussy wagon.
That's what they call Grease Lightning.
This where you got it from?
It's the shit. You're gonna get some tit. The chicks are gonna cream.
And
then it's a real pussy wagon.
Did
all those things are said.
These things when he was Kaneki?
I think they cut some of that shit out.
In his high school play?
When we saw it.
I don't remember. But
I don't remember him saying anything about chicks creaming.
I don't either. I think I was real disappointed.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's a real dragon wagon. I think is what they said too. Shaggin' wagon, maybe.
You're gonna get some tit. That's so gross.
Some tit.
2 scoops, please.
Just some tit. Can I?
Just a little.
Hey, gonna get some tit. Can I get like just like a small?
I'm trying to watch my weight.
It's funny. Like I like the word titties, but tit is just a little more grosser to me.
Tit.
I think titties is just cuter.
Fucking on my titties like you want me.
What are you doing?
What is that? Fuck the pain away
Peaches,
song?
Yeah.
Peaches.
I don't like her.
I like that song though.
I'm gonna stand on this table and declare I don't understand peaches. I don't understand what's.
Don't stand on the table.
They're like apples, but they have a little fur.
Your
on
balance
the outside.
isn't good.
It's really not.
Mac and all peaches.
I'm sorry, you guys. I gave her a chance too, man.
It's fine.
I did.
You're not required.
I tried to discover what was good about her, and
I don't even know who she is. I just know that song because I like that song.
Yeah,
she's kind of like a novelty act. Like this gross out white girl rapper.
Oh, is she white?
Yeah.
See, I don't know anything.
I'm super not into.
I just like the drum work in that song, especially the drummer's really all over that splash cymbal a lot, and it sounds fucking great.
Yeah, I wanted to be into it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, Andy, for Kill Bill Volume 1. It was fantastic.
Do you have any final words? Do you have any final words before I cut your head off with this samurai sword?
Eventually, I was going to pick this movie because along with Friday and Friends is what I quote most with Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
It was an inevitability.
Lord of the Rings is in there.
Things are inevitably going to change.
So I'm just glad everybody liked my movie. It's like an easy choice, but like it's not like
it's a ringer,
a difficult movie to watch.
It's real fun. I mean,
I abhor violence, though.
Nature abhors a vacuum.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, Freddie, next week is your week.
Have you decided yet?
And this one, it's Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see this.
That's why I picked it. I haven't seen it either, so I have no personal connection to this movie. All I can tell you is I really wanted to see it when it was in the theater.
Me too.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was trying to get people to go with me.
We should have gone together.
We could have gone together.
They are metaphorically moistening each other's lips right now.
In case you don't know, this is the latest film from the director of Cabin in the Woods, Drew Goddard. It is a mystery. It has a great cast, and I suspect it's going to be very good.
Yeah, it kind of has a look of one of these sort of throwback crime movies.
Yeah, looks a little noirish.
It looks groovy.
It's fun.
It also looks funky.
It looks cool.
It does look cool. Yeah. Jeff Bridges is in it.
Freddie was feeling very
Chris Hemsworth.
Nervous about picking something he hadn't seen, but he's like, I really want to see it.
Yeah, and I have to make time to watch it because I have to watch it for the show. It's killing two birds with one stone.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Louis Pullman's in it, Andy.
Oh yeah, we met him.
Yeah.
Is he related to Bill?
Kind of.
He's his son.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Dakota Johnson's in it too.
Dakota Johnson.
Another child of celebrities.
All right.
Is she, who's her parents?
Don Johnson and
Melanie
Griffith.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Actually, I really
I've
like
seen her booty.
Yeah, I like her as an actress.
I seen her booty.
So I'm okay with that.
Hi, Millie.
Nick Offerman's in it.
Millie just looked
That's
at me
right.
when I said that, and she's
Great
like,
cast.
"No, you haven't."
Shea
Mommy.
Winningham.
It's
Or
an-
Wigham.
It's what they would call in the 70s
Wiggum?
an all-star cast.
Well, stars.
How does he say his name?
Chief Wiggum?
Yeah.
Shea, is it Shea Wiggum? The one who was in
You know what? Let me just text him real quick.
he was the guy. Yeah,
He's
was,
been in stuff.
He was in
You'll know
Agent
him.
Carter of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was the guy who
He was the
ran
Shield.
the S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agent Carter of S.H.I.E.L.D. All right.
Wait, is
so
that not Agent?
it's just Agent Carter.
Agent Carter. That's what I meant.
But she is of S.H.I.E.L.D.
She is of S.H.I.E.L.D.
That is whom she
Yeah.
is an agent
He was
of.
in Take
Of whom?
Shelter, which was also very good.
Boardwalk Empire.
He was?
Yeah.
Shea Wiggum. I think it's Wiggum, like Chief Wiggum.
All right. So what we do at the end of every show is we thank our Beelzebubs. These are our patrons that support us at the Beelzebub level, of course. Reminder, if you want to support the show in any way, shape, or form with your money, patreon.com/NOTLP. First up, we got Jimmy B.
Oh, let's go ahead and do something.
Do you got something, Freddie?
Oh, it's been a long day.
It's been a long
I'm
day.
over
You don't
here.
have to.
I've been farting and stuff.
Jimmy B.
Jimmy, I'm sorry I farted. We'll call you Green Snake.
Jeremy and Cassie and Gamora.
I gotta come up with 3 snakes for these people.
No, just one, but like a big one.
A 3-headed snake.
A 3-headed viper.
Deadeye.
Deadeye, you are a brown garden snake.
Amanda. Girl, did we get her choice yet?
Yes.
We did?
Don't
Yes.
tell me. We'll.
Did she just send it to you? Because I don't know what it is.
No, she said she sent it to you, but just in case you didn't get it, she also sent it to
I
me.
didn't get it.
We have it. It's fine. All right. What's her snake?
Her snake is the Lithuanian trouser snake.
Okay, Dale.
Dale, Black Mamba.
Mandy.
Mandy is a rabbit.
She's the victim.
No, she's a clever rabbit.
Oh, okay.
She's a rabbit. It's a kind of snake.
She's
I
a
thought you
brown
meant
rabbit.
that
She's a rabbit
she's
snake.
what the snakes eat.
Yeah.
Adam.
He's the king cobra.
Oh, somebody died on that Kings Island. That's not true, though. I don't think anybody ever died on that
They all
roller
died.
Always put a lot
coaster.
of pressure on your legs.
It was an uncomfortable roller coaster
The king cobra put pressure on your legs?
Mhm.
Oh,
because you
okay.
stood up.
When you went through that like a side loop,
Yeah.
like it really pressed against you.
We got Brooke.
Brooke, you know what you are.
You're
You're an electric eel.
Ernest.
Snake shaped. Ernie, you're like an adorable plush snake that you went into a carnival.
But also deadly.
Because you're so sweet, but also deadly. That's what makes him so deadly.
I know.
You let him in.
Tree and Alex.
Tree and Alex, you're one of those balls of snakes that somebody has under their porch
For a
because
second,
they fucking.
I actually have a story about that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do you want to break for just a second
Yes.
here and hear this, listeners?
I'm horrified.
When
already.
I was 3, I'm not afraid of snakes now, which is amazing. But we had just moved into our house. I was 3, and me and my grandma were out in the backyard, and we were sitting there, and I kept hearing this sound, this hissing sound, and I said, "What is that?" And she said, "Oh, it's probably a bird or something," and it was loud. And she gets up and walks around to one side of the privacy fence. I turn around, and up against the house where we have like a little, bushes area, hundreds of garters, whichever they are, writhing in balls, mating.
Oh, God.
Hundreds of them. It
Yeah.
was horrifying for a 3-year-old.
Even though they're harmless, it's like when they're in a big ball like that, it's freaky as shit.
For a
It's
3-year-old.
the way they
For an
move.
adult, too.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering.
My mom definitely screamed. It was unpleasant.
Just like a rat king, That's the
Yeah.
other thing that's basically the same.
Rat Kings, they've increased in popularity in recent
Speaking
years.
of Rat Kings, Brendan Boone. Oh, honey, I didn't mean that.
You're king of the rats.
I didn't mean that.
At least he's king.
You know?
Hey, yeah. So
Bill.
It's good to be king.
Brandon wanted to see
Oh.
that movie that you wanted to see in the theater. I think it's probably gone by now.
Escape Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably missed
Bill.
it. Hey, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Bill, you are a duck-billed platypus.
Aw.
It's not even a snake.
Bill.
That's one of my favorites.
We don't know what category he falls in.
The National Geographic. Yeah, you don't all have to be snakes. Assassins can be duck-billed platypi too.
Oh,
like-
Freddy just
like-
broke out
It's like Perry the Platypus.
He broke out.
Yeah. Do you remember those National Geographic cards?
I got those. You got the green box to
the
put
animals.
them in.
Yeah, for sure. I love them.
They're great.
Blake,
you are a very deadly black tarantula.
Blake the snake.
Black tarantula.
Blake tarantula.
Oh.
Mark, you are the sunshine.
Mark
of my
sparks
life.
joy.
That's why I always want you around. The dog's pawing at my foot.
And
again.
finally, the deadliest woman in the world.
Could be.
Elise.
She's the Alabama sea clam.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
What's an Alabama sea clam?
What's a non-sea clam?
Avoid her deadly embrace.
Are there land clams?
As opposed to the Tennessee wood clam, which are delicious in season, but you have to scrape the moss off.
Yeah.
Ew.
Those are your agent names. Use them with responsibility.
With great power comes great responsibility.
But don't try to leave us. We'll kill you.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that.
All right, listeners, thank you so much. I hope you had fun listening to all of our stuff.
Happy Andy's birthday to you.
Happy Andy's
thank
birthday.
you.
Celebrate. Eat a cake.
Shit your pants.
Shit your pants.
I was going to make you a cake, but then someone left it out in the rain.
Oh,
I'm sorry. No, I just didn't. I couldn't trust myself around.
That's a MacArthur Park joke.
I thought I'd eat it.
it is. He did it.
We love you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Frankenstein was wondering if he should go to bed.